All right, I am in Canvas looking at what you guys see when you look in here. And right now it's the Unit 0 review notes. I know we went over this in class, but I just want to make sure that you understand that there's a completely separate module now when you click here for your review notes where you can find it. So you can find it on the home screen. I made an assignment with a link, but you can always just click modules and come straight here without going through the middleman. So for math properties, this of course is an introduction to solving equations. Your foldable is going to wind up looking something like this. And we're going to first look at the 4 properties. You'll put them on page 7. Well, not page 7, but topic number 7 is how you will head this page up. Solving equations. Commutative property, associative property, distributive property, and the identity property are the 4 that we'll be looking at today. So the examples and boxes go inside the flaps. So when you fold out the commutative property example, it will go here. You do not need to draw pictures here. If you don't want to, you are certainly welcome to. But this is just your basic review overview. And of course here, it's just telling you that 4 times 2 is equal to 2 times 4. Just like 6 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 6. You can swap numbers around and still get the same answer when you add or multiply. The order is interchangeable. Interchangeable in order. That's what the commutative property tells us. The distributive property says that a characteristic of numbers that allows you to multiply a group of numbers and get the same answer you would if you multiplied each member of the group and then combine the answers. Of course, this means what? So if you have 4 times the 3 plus 5, when you distribute the 4 so that everything inside of the parentheses gets whatever is on the outside of it, it becomes 4 times 3 plus 4 times 5. And if you understand that like that, that's great. If you don't, come see me. I have a visual that might help you. And if that helps you understand it a little bit better, then we definitely want you to put that in your notes. All right. For the associative property, in addition and in multiplication, you can group a series of numbers in any order and get the same answer. Grouping does not matter here. So for the associative property example, parentheses 2 times 3 parentheses times 4 is equal to 2 times parentheses 3 times 4 parentheses. So we're just moving them around. Everything is multiplied together, so it doesn't matter what happens with the parentheses. Likewise with adding. If you add 6 and 5 first inside the parentheses and then add 1, it's the same as if you were to add the 5 and the 1 in parentheses first and then add the 6 after. Numbers that keep their expressions the same. The multiplicative and division identity property. You can multiply 1 by 1 or divide by 1 to any number and your number will be the same. And so I didn't write this in here because I think you know that. So I'm just going to challenge you to kind of think back in your mathematical memory to what that looks like and fill it in. We'll go over that in class. The additive or subtractive identity property is very similar, but you're dealing with adding and subtracting. And you can add, it just simply says that you can add 0 or subtract 0 to any number and your number will stay the same. Okay? All right. I will see you. Let me see. Oh, I almost forgot. Once you finish the foldable, glue the parts that are not cut onto that first page of solving equations, topic 7. And then on the right side, record the following definitions. Expression, a combination of variables, numbers, and symbols representing a mathematical relationship. An equation, a statement that two mathematical expressions are equal. Inverse operation, operations that do the exact opposite of each other. Please, please, please make sure that you put these definitions in and leave a little space so that I can give you examples on that in class. In fact, this is a perfect opportunity to use your Cornell notes so that your vocabulary word is on the left in the wider margin and your definition is on the right hand side of the paper. So it might be a line here, and that'll give you a couple of extra lines in between just for your examples. I will see you in class. Have a great evening.